Here we are. We are going to discuss the past paper, GCE O Level 2017 December. Right? You could see that this is going on live. As we discussed the first 5 parts, right? Which of the following plant is gymnosperm? We have already discussed. The answer is what is the answer here? It's finest. And what is the unit of the momentum force Newton meter? The kidney. Fifth one is mitochondria. Which of the following oxide is basic? Which of the following acid is basic? You know, when we think of the basic oxides, right? The basic oxides are given by the metallic oxides. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, and iron. So you can see up to aluminium, we just consider potassium oxide, sodium oxide, calcium oxide, magnesium oxide. They are basic oxides. They are basic oxides. But this aluminium shows, yes, they are basic oxides, but amphoteric oxide, that means it shows both acidic and the basic qualities. Therefore, aluminium is a little bit changed, different from the other elements. Therefore, aluminium is put into amphoteric oxide. So, what I need, the answer is that the basic oxides are given by the metallic elements. If you say sulfur, sulfur oxide, sulfur dioxide, H2SO4. So you can see that they are acidic. They make acidic solution. So the answer here, which of the following oxide is basic? Your answer is what is your answer?
Magnesium.
Magnesium oxide. This is aluminium oxide. As I told you that it shows both qualities, but it's a metal, basically metallic oxide bases, yes, but amphoteric. That means it shows both metallic and non-metallic oxide. So these are not given. The animal tissue given in the diagram is what sort of one is that one? Is it a muscle tissue? Nervous tissue cannot be. It's not basically. It's not a nervous tissue. An epithelial tissue, a connective tissue. The answer is epithelial tissue. The answer is epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is the tissues that used to cover the internal and external surfaces of a certain organ. If you consider your skin, it's epithelial tissue. If you consider your mouth, the digestive tract is covered with the epithelial tissue. And the epithelial tissue's function, its function is different from places to place. If you consider that the epithelial tissue, that must be the secretional function. So there you've got lots of secretions like the inner surface of the reproductive system, the digestive system, and sometimes the nasal part, nasal cavity, and the respiratory tract. So those are epithelial tissues. They are covered with that one. And when you are going to which of the following energy transformation takes place in a bicycle dynamo? The bicycle dynamo is operated by using the rotation of the bicycle tire, and then internally you can have the dynamo. Yeah, the answer. Electric energy, mechanical energy, electric energy, thermal energy. You cannot use thermal energy here. Never thermal energy, electric energy, light energy. No. electric energy, mechanical energy. No, the correct answer is mechanical energy into electric energy. Do you agree with me that one? 8 to 1. Are you doubtful with this mechanical energy, electric energy, or electric energy, light energy? Which one is the correct one you say? Mechanical energy to
Electric energy.
electric energy. That's the correct answer. You know what? How in the dynamo, how the electricity is generated. When you go back to your study period, if you can remember when you are in grade 7, you studied that the three methods of generating electricity. There are two methods of generating electricity. What are they? Number one, the electricity can be generated by a chemical process that we are going to study. Chemical process, right? We are going to study how electricity can be generated by the chemical process from the next lesson on Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. if we don't take the 2 hour period for the paper discussion, or rather 1.5 hour period. But chemical process, as we observed that the zinc metal, when it reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, there is a chemical reaction, zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So from there, there is a chemical reaction in the same time that there is electron exchange. You know, electricity is something. Charges are passed. What sort of charges are there? Can you see these negative charges? So actually this is a lesson that we need to study in details, but if you consider the clouds, CLOUDS, the clouds and lightning, right? In clouds and lightning, there you can see a stream of negative charges moving. See that this one. If you consider here, there you can see the stream of electrons. This stream of electrons are generated because of the charges got together. So I just went on from your lesson because I want to make you think, to have a little thirst of learning about this incidents from the couple of lessons that's next to come in grade 11 your classes. That's why I just want to tell you that this is static electricity, but we are talking about the current electricity. There are methods of generating current electricity. One is, as I told you, that the chemical processes. We can use the chemical processes like using a simple cell, if you can say. Simple cells in grade 7, we gave the start to study about the chemical cells. As you can see here, this is a chemical cell. There you can use zinc and copper plate, and then the other one is the physical process, or rather we call electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction can be used to generate electricity, which I refer that as a physical method. So electromagnetic induction is something like this that we will be learning. We are going to study in the next unit. If you say that is unit 12, right? Yeah, unit 13. We will be studying about that, how the electricity is generated by using the physical process. That if you can change the magnetic field in in a circuit or in a conductor, in a conductor, if you can change the magnetic field, there's a possibility of generating electric current. Or if you can have a magnetic field there, a magnet which is not moving, and then you can change or move the coil, you can move the coil, then also the magnetic field is changed, so the current is generated. Why? Because the free electrons are there. Free electrons are available in a conductor. So free electrons are available in a conductor. You can see that free electrons available in the copper conductor, and these free electrons can be moved, or we can give the power, free electrons in copper, something like this. You can see, one second, yeah, this one. Here you got the copper conductor, and inside the copper conductor these free electrons are available, and if you can give a force by using a magnetic field, there is a possibility of generating electric current. So we will be learning about that one in our next unit. It will be very colorful, something like this. You can see, okay, the magnetic force can give electromagnetic induction, or rather generating current. So I just took you a little journey towards the lessons that next to come, and coming back to our paper. The paper, it says, what's that? The dynamo. I just told you about the dynamo. And next question is, what's our next question? A biochemical reaction that takes place, the biochemical reaction that takes place in organisms are catalyzed by hormones, enzymes, fatty acids, water. So water will never catalyze anything. So advocate or supports the biochemical reactions. It support medium for biochemical reaction. It's very supportive for that one, but not the answer. Fatty acids, of course, no. The doubt is with the hormone and enzyme. Both are proteins, but enzyme is the one that natural catalyst that supports the chemical reaction. You know, you have heard of what the catalyst, they don't contribute, they don't chemically join with the chemical reaction. I mean, nothing is contributed from their part for the chemical reaction, but it's something like this. You can, I'm going to show you some natural, or rather catalyst, what the catalyst is there, catalyst. Here you got. You can see a nice picture here. You can see this is catalyst, and these are reactants. So after it provides the place for the chemical reaction, and after that they contribute, and when the chemical reaction occurs, the catalysts are released, and then again support for the other chemical reactions to take place. So these are the function of the catalyst. So enzyme works according to this way. So there is a one more experiment, like one more example. How the chemical reaction takes place is more complicated for you, and I'll show you some more one. Yeah, something more. Yeah. If you can understand what this says. Activation energy. Yeah. Go to the other one. The answer, what is your answer then for this one? Enzyme is the correct answer. And next one, in which of the following instance does a couple of forces act? When a door is opened by pushing, when a nail is unscrewed by a screwdriver, when the rope is pulled in opposite direction by two groups in a competition of pulling drops. When two persons are pushing a box in the same direction, which is kept on the floor. So what is your answer for that? Waiting for your answer. The answer is?
Second.
Yeah, when a nail is unscrewed by a screwdriver. When a door is opened by pushing, it's not a couple of force, right? You don't have a couple of force there. When you have a couple of force, let me have that answer. Yeah. When a door is opened by pushing, or pulling or pushing, push, only one way of force is applied. When a nail is unscrewed, you can see that this is the screw nail. I'm going to clean all these stuff as I don't want them. And rather this one also I will be removing. Remove this one, catalyst go. This one also go. This one also go. Then I have the space. This is a screw nail. I will draw according to my skills of drawing. This is the screw nail, the screwdriver. So you can have one force is applied clockwise, right? And this one is also clockwise, same direction. Couple of forces, right? Like if you have a key, you are going to apply a force that way and the same time apply a force this way. So you can have a couple of force and you need to apply such one on the screwdriver, even though it is not clearly seen that the two forces are applied. Actually, two forces are applied like when you are rotating like this. So the correct answer is it's a couple of forces that as you suggested, the second one, when a nail is unscrewed by a screwdriver, it's the correct answer. When a nail is unscrewed by a screwdriver. The number of electrons and the number of protons in an Al3, what's that? Al3 plus ions are respectively. The atomic number of aluminium is 13. Excellent. What is your answer?
First.
Yeah, atomic number is given. That's really good. And if you know the atomic number, it's easy for you to write the configuration 2, 8, 3. And almost all the atoms wishes to have the octet by exchanging electron or removing electron, right? Sharing electron or exchanging electron. So this one would like to give all these 3 electrons away. So this one will be given out. So then you got 2, 8. And it is, now it makes aluminium 3 plus ion, because to suit to 13 electron, there are 13 protons as well. Electrons are negative and protons are positively charged. So when you remove 3 electrons from them, that 3 protons are excess without having relative charges to neutralize it. So the correct answer here is that the number of atoms, the number of electrons, what is your correct answer? Number of electrons and number of protons, number of electrons and electrons is 10 and number of protons is 13. What is the correct answer?
10 and 30.
First one, second one, third one?
First
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 one.
one. What is the standard notation of tritium? Tritium. What is the standard notation of tritium? You know that hydrogen has Hydrogen has three types of atom. Hydrogen element has three types of atom. Commonly found one is protium, H11, protium. It doesn't have neutron. Deuterium. So then H1 to 1 neutron is available. Tritium, H13. There you got two neutron and one proton to make it as mass number 3. The atomic number 1, mass number is 3. That means it has two neutrons. So the tritium is, the notation is 1, 3. The correct answer then is what? What is the correct answer?
Third one.
Good answer. I'm waiting for your,
Third one.
yeah. I like to listen to your sweet voice. That's why I'm waiting. Which of the following adaptation is shown by the seeds of horror? Okay. Horror. What is the scientific term of horror? Horror? Plant for dispersed by, okay, by wind. What is that, Miley? Possessing wind-like structures. Have you seen the horrorgedia? Have you seen the horrorgedia? Yeah, there are many horrorgedias in the society. You don't know. We don't know who the horrorgedias are, but we are in trouble in finding the sugar at a lower price, reasonable price. This is not that horrorgedia. This is horror fruit, fruits. These are the horror fruits. Horror. Which horror? You can have more. What is horror? Have you seen the horror fruit? Yeah. It has the type of structures, just like wind shape structures. Am I correct? Yes. Am I correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a horror plant flying in the sky. Wonderful. And this is how it is available in the free, right? Horror. Dipterocarpus salonicus. What is it? Dipterocarpus salonicus is its name. Ah, Salonicus. That means it's a native one to Sri Lanka, not available in the other countries. Dipterocarpus salonicus, right? Uh, Dipterocarpus salonicus. Yeah, Dipterocarpus salonicus. It's botany. I think you might have seen this one, right? Kind of one. Okay. Right. It has Dipterocarpus is the one, right? All right. And moving to the other question. Which of the following adaptation is shown by the seeds of horror possessing wind-like structure, the correct one? Am I correct? 13th one, the first answer. Moving to the other one. 14. Where is the 14 question? I must say it will be appearing here. Okay. Let's know the answer first one. A certain covalent compound is completely ionized in water. Which of the following could be this compound? NH4OH, HCl, CuSO4, H2CO3. Ammonium hydroxide, hydrochloric acid, copper sulfate, and carbolic acid. What is the answer, your one? Ammonium hydroxide, ionic compound. Oh, the correct answer is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is completely ionized in aqueous solution. The endocrine glands that secretes glycogen and calcitonin in human body are respectively endocrine glands. You know, the endocrine glands are ductless glands. We have studied them under the coordination lesson. All are ductless glands, right? And hormones are secreted straight way to the blood. So the pancreas and thyroid endocrine glands that secretes glucagon. Glucagon is by the pancreas. It's by the pancreas, and there are cells we call isles of Langerhans. Isles of Langerhans in pancreas are involving in these secretory matters. There are two things secreted. One is, there you can see, if I put over here, can't see it very clearly. I will get a good one. This one here, erase it. Yeah, I can get a good one. Eyes of Langerhans, pancreas. This is the pancreas. You can see alpha cells and you can see beta cells. That's the Isle of Langerhans. I will get one more. Where is it? I will get one more. Look at over here. Yeah, I will take. Now I don't want this one. Therefore, I will erase it. So I can take the picture over here. Right? Isles of Langerhans, as you can see, this is in the pancreas. The alpha cells and beta cells, they secrete glucagon and glycogen, sorry, insulin. Insulin converts glucose into glycogen, and glucagon converts glycogen into glucose back. So the answer, what we need is the endocrine glands that secrete glucagon and calcitonin in human body. Pituitary and adrenal you have to avoid. Adrenal avoid. Thyroid and pancreas. Actually, pancreas is where you got the not pancreas. We are studying about that. First, you want to know the first answer. That's glucagon. Then the calcitonin. Calcitonin is from the thyroid gland. So the correct answer is pancreas and thyroid glands. You know that I can straightway tell you answer and then shift to the next question, blah, blah, blah. But the problem is that it's better if it is a revision class reminding you what we have already learned in the future, or else that if you have not still joined with me, you have not joined with me to study these things while I'm teaching the theory classes, so you can have the memory refreshing. The 16th question. What is the 16th question? And what is your answer for the 16th question? Yeah. Select the option. Like it. Select the option in the table which gives the most suitable extraction method for each of the elements: potassium, calcium, and lead. Potassium, calcium, and lead. How can we decide that one? Potassium. Definitely we know electrolysis. Well, I will take you to the activity series. before finding the answer for this one, I'm going to show you the background knowledge for this one. The background knowledge for this one is actually to understand. I want to take you to the activity series, and this is the activity series, and mode of excretion of metals, right? Activity series and the mode of method of excretion. As you can see, this is uh, activity series. Can clear it or not? It's not clear. I will take a clear one. Give us a clear one. Let me check this one. Is it clear? Clear for you? Not clear, right? Why not clear? I'll see this one. What can you tell about this one? Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Activity series, right? This I can get the support of this one to understand the method of extracting the metal. You know, the metals are there not alone. The metals, when the particular elements are very active, right? They exist as chemical compounds. For example, if you can take potassium, if you can take potassium, sodium, calcium, right? Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, they exist as ionic compounds. For example, carnallite, rock salt, calcium carbonate, that's limestone, right? Dolomite, aluminium, I can't remember. So they are there as the ores, O-R-E-S, ores. And they are extracted by using the electrolysis. Electrolysis, you have to make them molten condition, fused, without mixing up with water. You have to make it molten by heating to the boiling point and then electrolyze. So you can get that metal out. Cinnabar, zinc, iron, nickel. So they you have to heat with reducing agent. If you can remember that representing all of them, we got iron. We got iron extraction. We heated iron in the presence of reducing agent, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is the reducing agent, and we use the coke and calcium carbonate. And yeah, when we heated up there, you could see that carbon monoxide under very high temperature was made, and then they reacted with the Fe2O3, that's hematite, Fe2O3, and this oxygen is removed, resulting to have the iron. So iron can be extracted. But all the others somewhere down over there, and they are like noble conditions. They are not in, they are ionic compounds because they are very low in reactivity. Therefore, they exist as them. So what you have to do is just remove the dust and all and wash it out. So you can take gold, right, platinum, silver, and sometimes copper. So they are low reactive metal. So my question in the paper, the question asked with that knowledge, we are moving to the question to understand what the answer is. It says select the answer. So what is your answer then? Is number one correct? I give you the opportunity to find the answer. Let me know, please. First one, potassium. What is the answer for the 16th question? Potassium electrolyzes calcium. Your silence means my explanation is not successful. Children, this is going on live. Don't put me down. What is the answer? Correct answer?
Both.
Please answer. Otherwise, the low marks into my part, right? Electrolysis, lead reduction. Electrolysis, reduction. Even when you have answered, you have understood, keeping silence would grab your opportunity by somebody else. Please be silent. Don't, please be silent when it is required. Don't be silent when it is not required, right? Because your silence would make somebody else's to grab your opportunities, grab your chances, right? Okay, the answer is electrolysis, because I explained very clearly that potassium, calcium, up to aluminium in the activity series, up to aluminium, you could see that electrolysis is applied. Zinc, the O is Cineba, I think, Cineba, and from downwards there, the reduction is applied. That means heat in the blast furnace with a reducing agent like carbon monoxide, right? So that's there. You have not learned the way of extracting zinc. That's correct. You have not learned the way of extracting zinc. You have learned only iron. But by the time that you are learning, it is our duty, the teacher's duty, to make you aware that yes, that these electrolysis of sodium, from rock salt is given representing potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium. Representing that part, sodium is given, right? Representing potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, we have been given sodium. You have to study how the sodium is extracted in the next coming lesson. Of course, we have not studied yet. The other one, zinc, iron, nickel, tin, lead, actually representing them, we have to study iron extraction. In grade 10, we have studied them. So that is heating with the reducing agent with carbon monoxide, and all the others are just mechanical methods. So one part of this unit is to come in electrochemistry, and one part of this one we have already studied. On a horizontal ground, point B is located to the east of A, and point C on a horizontal ground is the point B is located to the east of A, and point C is located to the north of B. An ant has moved from A to C through the linear path, a straight line, ABBC. If AB 3, BC 4, what is the displacement of an ant in this motion? Oh, it's not science, it's mathematics, right? It seems to be. What does it say? Right? What does it say? I'm going to remove all these stuffs. Then I can have the place go, cylindricals, go, and all these stuff go. Yeah. What does it say? Let me have the question. Which one is that? This one. On a horizontal ground, the point B is located to the east of A. On a horizontal, first the confusing matter. This is horizontal, and this is vertical. This is vertical. This is horizontal. Don't mix up that two, right? Vertical. I'm standing vertically. When I'm sleeping, it is horizontal. So it's clear. And then a horizontal ground, the point B is located to the east of A. Point A is here. Point A is here. And B is to the east. Okay. To the east of A. And point C is located to the north of B. North of B. This is north. So you can have the map. This is north, the east, right. B. An ant has moved from A to C, A to C, A to C through the straight line paths AB and BC. Okay, that means from this one, like this, he has moved. If AB 3 meters and BC 4 meters, I'm not clever with maths, right? You can have the displacement of an ant. Then you have to find out the path over here, right? What is the answer?
5 meters.
Pythagoras. Ask Pythagoras to come here and find the answer. What's the answer? 3 squared, right? Plus 4 squared equal x squared. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
9 plus 16 equal x squared. So then you want to get the square root. 25. 25 square root is
5.
5. So 25 of the square root is x. So it's 5. 5 meters or centimeters?
Meters.
5 meters. Nice to hear the girl's voice. Someone who is clever at maths. So the correct answer is 5 meters. The girls are better than boys. A situation where, no, I just made a mistake. Yeah, what's next one? A situation where an image of a flower pot taken onto white vertical plane using an item called X is shown in the figure. Shown in the figure. So you want to remove this stuff. Yeah. And remove them. Right. Then let me know the answer. A situation where an image of a flower pot is taken onto a vertical plane, right? Which of the following could be X? Can it be a plane mirror?
No.
Can it never? Because passing the optical instrument, right? To get the image onto a screen, is only possible when it is a lens, not a mirror. So all the answers that mirror are rejected, right? All the answers that mirror are rejected because you can't have a real image that's taken onto a screen behind the particular instrument. Optic instrument. So if it is mirror, you can't. Concave lens, convex lens. You know that the real images are given by concave mirror and convex lens. So that's a funny thing, right? Concave concave mirror. Real images are given. Or convex lens. So the correct answer here is a concave lens. A concave lens is the correct answer. Am I too fast or am I more informative? How do you feel? Should I continue with the same or only the discussion, telling you the answers and then jump into the next question like that? Or this way is good?
This way is good.
One says. The others. What about the answers out of, yeah, y'all? Okay. Which of the following statement is true regarding waves? Transverse waves and longitudinal waves. What does it say? Transverse waves propagate with compressions and refractions. The distance between a crest and a trough of a transverse wave is equal to the wavelength of that wave. It is not necessary to have medium for the propagation of mechanical waves. Energy is transmitted by the mechanical wave without the transmission of substance. The question comes from the waves lesson, and your answer for this question is what? True regarding transverse waves propagate with compressions and rarefactions. Well, when we think of the waves, right, there are two types of waves. There are two types of waves. Who can remember them? One, mechanical wave. I admit that. Mechanical wave. Mechanical wave. What about the other one? What's the other type?
Electromagnetic wave.
Excellent. Electromagnetic waves. So you got two types of waves, mechanical waves and electromagnetic waves. And here we are not going to talk about the electromagnetic waves, electromagnetic waves, and you could remember when we think of electromagnetic spectrum, it is used, electromagnetic spectrum. You could find out the type of waves there. Let me see you the electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum. Yeah, electromagnetic spectrum is there to find out that electromagnetic spectrum. When you think of the electromagnetic spectrum, the beginning of the electromagnetic start with the radio waves. And then, can you remember the order? Can you remember the order? I got a little problem with, yeah. Can you remember the order? This is the order. electromagnetic spectrum. See? Electromagnetic spectrum. As you can see, it started with the radio waves and then microwaves, infrared, then the visible light, and then ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays, right? So all these are categorized under electromagnetic waves because there is electric field and there is the magnetic field that goes perpendicular to it. Again, electromagnetic waves have two fields. What are they? Electromagnetic waves. I'm
Excuse me, sir.
taking you to almost all these areas, because to give you the refreshing knowledge. We are not finding the answers. If you want to find the answers, you just can take your past paper book and then find the answers. But the problem is that discussion is very important. As you can see, this one. These are electromagnetic waves. So there is electric field, right? And then you get the magnetic field perpendicular to that one. So these waves are visible here. These waves are visible here. But we are not going to talk about that one. We are going to talk about the mechanical waves. There are
Excuse me, sir.
all
සර් ලේස බීමයක් සමහරලාට යොදා ගන්න සර ලේවල කැටයම් කරන්න.
level.
ලීවල
Yeah. Huh.
සර් ඒව මොකටද අයිති වෙන්නේ? ඒක මොන රේස් වලටද මොනවද?
Laser beam, electromagnetic waves. You have been given only a limited part, the spectrum, right? It has lots of energy. So what will happen? Laser beam is used not only for the cation matter, wood carving, even the blood clots in your eye, the broken blood cell parts of your eye are removed by the laser beams, and sometimes these tattoos are made by using lasers, right? Electromagnetic wave, anyways, they are not mechanical waves, are they? No. Mechanical waves are of two types, depending on the way of propagation. One is longitudinal waves. The other one is transverse waves. So you got longitudinal waves and transverse waves. Of course, longitudinal waves are propagated by using compressions and the rarefactions. Rarefaction and then compression. It's just like you are just like in a queue to get the vaccine. Imagine that a set of schoolboys are kept in a queue with a 1 meter distance to get the vaccine. Or that's a little bit of rush there. So you will be nicely standing in a queue with a 1 meter distance, for somebody, a naughty boy, would push you down. So making the compression. So the set of boys will be getting together and the others will be again, okay, and the police officer over there in charge would say, hey, what are you doing? So then the rarefaction is again. But that compression and rarefaction would be going to the end part of that, the long queue. So longitudinal waves are propagated by making the rarefaction. This is rarefaction, and these are compressions. Whereas the transverse waves are propagated by using what? The wave shape of like this, and they make this one and this one. What are they? Oh, What are they? Huh? What are they? Keep in silent as you don't know, or you are reluctant to open up your mouth. Yeah? Boys? Which one and which one? I'm not going to tell you.
Breast.
Crest and?
Oh.
You got crest and then you got troughs. Crest and troughs. They make what? They make crest and they make troughs. And then you can see more over here. I will give you one more, like somewhere like here. This is what is it? The wave. You can see that deleted, go, and this one also deleted. So you can have them. This one. What are they? Amplitude, arc, amplitude, trough, crest, and wavelength. So my question, what is my question? Where should I go? On that way, right? Yes, I'm going the wrong way. This is wrong. Which of the following statement is regarding waves? Transverse waves propagate with compressions and rarefactions? Wrong. Correct or wrong?
Wrong.
Wrong. Not admitted. The distance between a crest and a trough of a transverse wave is equal to the wave length of that wave.
Wrong.
Does
Wrong.
it? Wrong. You don't have that. You don't have that idea. I mean, if you can have a wave, something like that, right? Trough to the crest to the trough. This one wavelength. Is that correct?
No.
It is not necessary to have a medium for propagation of mechanical waves.
Wrong.
Energy is transmitted by the mechanical waves without transmission of substance. Are all wrong then? Energy is transmitted by mechanical waves without the transmission of substance. What is asked? True regarding waves. Energy is transmitted by the mechanical waves without the transmission of substance. It is not necessary to have medium for propagation of mechanical waves. Transverse waves propagate with compressions and rarefaction. It is totally wrong. What is the correct answer, children?
Fourth one.
Fourth one.
It is not necessary to have a medium for propagation of mechanical. You need to have the medium, right? Energy is transmitted by the mechanical waves without transmission of substance. Yep, you don't have to go the substance, right? The energy is transferred, but the substance does not go with that one. The salts which precipitate in the first tank and the third tank in the production of the salt from sea water are respectively. So what are they? The salts which precipitate in the first tank and the third tank in the production of process of salt from the seawater. I don't know, I can't remember. I just ask your help to find out the tanks and the things deposited there. How many tanks are there? Number one. Yep. Shallow, large tank, medium tank, a small tank. Don't be silent. Don't be silent. I need your help this time. And I helped up to 19th question. Now this is, I am helpless. I can't remember the answers. Of course, I have not studied them. You have studied because you are the ones to get ready for the exam and support in front of the camera. What are the things deposited in the first tank? What are the things deposited in the first tank?
Calcium carbonate.
Calcium carbonate, thank you very much. I will accept your answer. Calcium carbonate is deposited at the bottom. And something that you use to make the statues and the chalk is what? Gypsum. What's gypsum? Okay. What is deposited in the second tank? What is deposited in the second tank?
Calcium sulfate.
And what is calcium sulfate? What is calcium sulfate? Gypsum, right? And what is deposited in the third tank? Okay,
Sodium chloride.
sodium chloride, magnesium, magnesium. Dear children, please make yourself perfect, right? You have studied them. I don't know whether we are a bit shy to give the answers. If you have not studied all those matters, right, then not good that one, because you have passed almost these things, and we have discussed several times, and I mean not several, many times in our revision classes, all these matters again and again. You have only uh, 35 units, 35 units, and 20 from grade 10 and 15 from your grade 11, right? I mean, you must be responsible of rupee that your parents spend on you, right? Imagine that if the family budget is there, from the family budget, right? The money that they have to spend you maybe 200 rupees per week for your 200 rupees, sorry, 2000 rupees per week for your meal and the basic things. But your parents might be spending on you 5,000 rupees. That means to give you 5,000 rupees, they have taken 3,000 from other family members of your family. Right? They have taken 3,000 from other family members for your development. And if you are not giving the proper value to that one, I mean, then you are doing a sort of criminal, I must say, because you are you are taking some other's privilege, and you are wasting that. I don't know what you are actually doing, because you have switched off your camera, switched off your the microphones, or muted your microphones. But remember, the world is running fast. The people, those who are lethargic, people who are backward, people who are non-responsive, right, would be dropped by the world. They will be dropped, and the clever and active people will be taken, and they will be promoted. Ultimately, what will happen? You will have to be the servant of them, And you have to say always sir while they are enjoying the leadership, and you will not be enjoying the followership. I'm just referring to the situation in our country. For the European countries to be a leader and to be a follower, I don't think that there will be a the gap there. But ours, it's the other way around. You just go to the road construction site, right? When one person or two persons are working in the field, three people are just waiting over there with a folded hand, watching what they are doing. I don't like that situation. I don't like see that one happen because yeah, you might have studied. Yes, that's true. And you are going to you are a the site officer, that you are an engineer, and you don't want to get into that field and then do this one. But why? What happened if you have to do it? When you are going to the field, you may go with the suit, right? Whenever you want, you just jump into the field and you support that person, because you are not supporting, you are not degrading yourself, but you are, that supporting your body, right? Because you must think that to be a person like that, that the poor have contributed, right? The poor have bought the sugar, 1 kilo of sugar spending 230 rupees, right? And most of them go as what? Interest. So you pay the interest to the country for the public people, and you need to respond them. Okay. Right, I'm not going to for beyond that. This is a kind of advice that I can give you, and just think of yourself coming back. The answer here, what is the answer? What is the thing we have been discussing? The answer is magnesium sulfate, sodium chloride. No, what is the answer then? Calcium carbonate, sodium chloride, calcium sulfate. No, calcium sulfate in the second one, calcium sulfate in the second one. So you have to avoid that too. Magnesium sulfate, no, you are asked to write the first tank, and then that's calcium carbonate and sodium chloride. I say it is better you just straight away tell that, rather than going this one and that one and talking about the tanks and all. I would discuss if this is the term test paper marker paper discussion. This is not a discussion of the term test paper. This is discussion for you to have a refreshing knowledge for your coming exam. Select the most efficient food chain among the food chains given below. Grass, deer, tiger, carrot, rabbit, python. Oh my God, carrot. Do you have carrot for the rabbits always? The government has carrots for the others. Grass, grasshopper, rat, cobra, hawk, paddy, rat, hornbill, hawk. What do you mean by efficient food chain? What do you mean by efficient food chain? What do you mean by efficient food chain? Yeah. I'm going to read the examiner's idea. Carrot, rabbit, python, hawk. Most efficient food chain, right? Among the food chains given below. All these have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the third one. That grass, deer, tiger. So the energy is a straightway passed rather than going to four, what do you call it, 4 elements of the food chain, right? So the correct answer is number 1. Do you agree with me or agree with me?
Don't understand.
Don't angry, but are you going to be angry with me when I'm talking to your personal life, like what I said earlier? The composition of a glucose solution in terms of mass and Yeah, the composition of glucose solution in terms of mass and volume is 90 gram per cubic decimeter. What is the concentration of that glucose solution? Relative molecular mass of glucose is 180. And what's the answer? What's the concentration of that one? Yeah. The composition of glucose solution terms mass and volume. What is the concentration of that glucose solution? 90 gram is available in 1 cubic decimeter. Right. Then we know that C equal simple M over, how do you write that? Simple M over,
capital
no,
what?
no. Capital M only? C equal N over V, whereas N equal M over capital M. Then N divided by V, N divided by simple M over capital M, N, sorry. Yeah, I just made a mistake. I made a mistake. Right, what you want, yeah. C equal then? What is C equal? M M over capital M divided by V. That means M over capital M 1 over V. So you can find out M over capital M V. Now find the answer. 90 gram in 180 capital M. So V is 1, right? 1 cubic decimeter. So what is the answer? What is the answer then? 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter. Couldn't you understand what I said here? No?
So can you explain it again?
Yeah. I was expecting. Here, what we have studied is concentration equal simple M, no, simple N over V. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then the question says 90 gram is available in 1 cubic decimeter. 90 gram in 1 cubic decimeter. That means we have to consider the mass, volume, and molarity. Okay. But we have not been given the number of moles available. In that case, we want to consider these 3 things. Volume required, given mass required, molar mass required. And by using these 3, we want to find out the concentration. Understood? What I am going to do is, by using this equation, going to substitute N with by using two of them. How? As we know, N equal simple M over capital M. Simple M is the given mass and capital M is the molar mass of glucose. So substitute that one with simple m. How are you going? That's math. Simple m. I'm going to explain it very clearly. How C equal, I'll make black or black. C equal N over V means N divide by volume. Okay. N means simple M over capital M. Can you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Then you substitute that one to this place. I mean, this place. That means simple M over capital M divide by V. So what should you do then? Next step, simple M over capital M multiplied by 1 over V. So the concentration equal simple M over capital M V. This is what we have studied earlier. We have studied this one earlier. Now, don't we know the given mass? 90 gram in 1 cubic decimeter. Don't you know that? What is the mass given? What is the mass given?
90,
90 gram. What is the molar mass of glucose?
180,
180. And what is the volume?
1,
1 cubic decimeter. So then what is the answer?
0.5.
5 what? 0.5. That's it. 20. 20. Is this the one? No. Proposal. 0. Here, right? 0.5 mole per cubic decimeter. You could find the answer. I mean, I just wanted to give you that idea. That's why I took that way. Otherwise, you don't want to go that much of deeper. Straight away, you can find it out. Okay. You know that 90 available in 180, that means half mole. The half mole is available in straight away, you can guess it out. But I just wanted to tell you how, if the given question like this, the given mass and the molar mass and the volume is given, how to find it out. I mean, if you are to say that 25 gram of glucose is available in 250 milliliter of solution. What is the concentration? How can you find it out? Then let me check the time. Yeah, it's half of an hour. Okay. If you are to if you ask to make a question like this, right? Imagine that 25 gram of glucose is dissolved in, right, 250, right, cubic centimeter, 250 cubic centimeter of glucose solution. Glucose solution. If molar mass of glucose is 180 gram per mole, sorry, gram per mole, find the concentration of this one. Then how are you going to find the concentration? There you can see C equal simple M over capital M V. Now you know M is 25, capital M is 180 multiplied by V, here it is 250 cubic centimeter. So you have to divide by 1000. That means you have to take this one to up and then multiply it by 1000. So you can find it out, the answer then, something like this. 25, sorry, 20, 25 upon 180 multiplied by 250 multiplied by 1000. So there are 1, 4, right? 1, then 4, 16, 45, right? Then you can find out other one, 5, 9, 5 upon 9, something like that. Okay, with that, I will conclude today's session. And remember that we will be meeting each other on every Saturday at usual time as this is going on live. This is 7, sorry, I don't have level 7. 71814618. I am Anura. Goodbye then.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye. sir.
Goodbye,
Sorry,
sir.
see you
Thank you,
tomorrow,
sir.
Sunday. We are meeting when? We are meeting Sunday,
4 a.m.
4 a.m. to 6 a.m. with revision. Bye. Goodbye then.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye,
you.
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Be safe.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye bye. Take care.